Hello, everybody. Welcome to another installment of Story Time with Tasha. It is me, Tasha. I know it's been so long since I posted a story, but I'm back. So hopefully you didn't miss me too much. This episode is actually, like I've had a bunch of stories, and let me tell you, this past year has been full of them. But I'm just gonna kind of do ones that the details are pretty fresh, and I think this story has more of an impression on me than others because this story is kind of based off principle. Like a lot of it is principle. So let's get on in. Um, so I meet this guy off a dating app, and my intentions on like hanging out with him was literally just to meet people and have fun. Like I didn't want to date him. I didn't want to get serious. Like I just my literally I was bored and I was like, "Well, what are you up to?" And he responded and he's like, "Nothing much. Like I'm new to the area. I'm here for a while, whatever." I was like, "Well, if you're not doing anything, let's go out for drinks." So that's how we meet. Picks me up, we go out for drinks, have a good time. And I don't know. I think that night we hooked up. I can't really remember. But anyway, so in my mind I was like, okay, he's a cool dude. Like he's someone I can like hang out with. And we're not trying to pursue anything. We have an understanding. We literally like had drinks. I think we had food and had an understanding. Like he's like, I'm not here for long, so I'm not really looking for anything. And I'm like, I'm not either. So we can just be cool. So I was like, okay, I'll bring him out when I go out. Because he didn't have any friends out here. He was new. And I know what that's like being like a transplant. So we all go out, and I happen to introduce him to one of my girlfriends. And, like I said, me and him, though, had like our own little separate thing going on. I was never in the way of him pursuing anybody, even if it was like a friend of mine. So I even kind of encouraged it. So when they met, it became like a trio. Like all three of us would go out. He would pick her up, or she would meet us, or whatever. Can't remember too much of that. But like we would all go out together. And then another girl was introduced into the group, and that was her friend. I'm not opposed to meeting new bitches. I don't mind meeting new people at all, especially because like I said, I know what it's like to be new, and I enjoy meeting new people. It's fun. So I was not opposed to it. So we all meet. We're all going out, having a good time. This, that, and the third. Yada yada. I'm thinking everything is hunky dory. I'm thinking everything is just like real sweet. That's what I'm thinking. Um, but apparently it wasn't. Like I must have been like in shock. Like I must have been like living in a fucking fantasy world or delusional or something because I thought things were sweet, but apparently they were not. So first time we all go out, and I think it was like a Friday. And then we go out again on Saturday, and we all hang out. Like I said, I'm thinking the four of us getting along great. It's not like that big of a deal. Like I'm thinking everything is so cool. Wait, was this a Saturday? Okay, I think this was the first time we all four of us hung out. It might have been like a Friday or Saturday. Doesn't matter. Second time was probably the following week, and that was a Friday. So, just trying to kind of like give you a timeline. So the second time we all go out, I believe it was a Friday, because we was all supposed to go out again the next night. At least I think that's how it was. But anyway, so that Friday, we're all going out. We're having fun. At least I'm thinking so. And yeah, I don't know what happened, but I guess they just felt like I was being weird. So I don't smoke, and I think a lot of people do know that about me. I may take a pull or two, but I don't like, I'm not a chronic smoker like the way most people are. You know what I mean? Like the whole CBD thing, and like I don't, vaping and all that. I don't know. I don't know how to do it. So he does. So him, my friend, and her homegirl, they get in homegirl's car and they hotbox. I tell him, I was like, I'm gonna sit in the car and wait for y'all. Now, I don't smoke, like I said. Why am I about to sit in a hotbox car? Okay. I thought somebody was gonna give me like a valid answer. So I'm sitting in the car and I'm waiting. Now I'm tired, but I'm waiting. So my friend gets out the homegirl's car and she comes to me. She says, "You okay? You fine?" I said, "Yeah, I'm good. I'm just tired. That's all." It's been a long day. So I mean, like if someone tells me that they're tired, I'm not gonna catch a hissy fit. But I guess I don't know. So they decide they want to go to Wawa, and Wawa out here is kind of like a 7-Eleven. So it's open like 24 hours. Um, so yeah, so we all go over there, and we get there, and like when I get drunk, I get hungry, obviously, like most people, but I want like salads. Like I know it's weird, but like I want fucking like I want a Caesar salad, like 3 of them bitches. So we get out, we go to the Wawa, and her homegirl lit, drunk. Also, I forgot to mention this as like a preface, but just like keep in mind that these girls at the time are like younger than 21. Okay? They're younger than 21. So I just wanted to throw that out there. Now, them drinking is it's not my responsibility. It's not. But you know, it is what it is. So anyway, so her homegirl is drunk. And as her homegirl is like drunk and whatnot, she's like yelling like up and down through the Wawa in the store. "Oh my God, I lost my wallet. I'm drunk. I don't have no money. I want to eat." This is what she's doing. I'm grown. We don't do shit like that. We do not do stuff like that. I'm grown. So I think me and him were like talking, and he's like, "Well, get what you want." And I was like, "Are you gonna get something?" I think he said no. I can't remember. I think he just went to the bathroom. But like prior to him going to the bathroom, she's like yelling in his face, like well to him, but like she was in our face because we're like standing side by side, and she's like, "I'm hungry, I'm drunk, oh my God, like what am I gonna do?" I don't know why I sound like that because I don't think she sounds like that. Whatever. And he's like, "Well, get what you want, I'll get it for you." So I didn't like that because like if you want something, just ask for it. Why are you causing such a scene? And it was to get him to offer. And I just think that's just so weird because and like not for nothing, he's paid for us, me and my friend, not just me, multiple times. So it's not like he would have said no. It was just like the act that she was putting on in order for it to happen. It was like, you doing too much, mommy. You doing way, way too much. But I didn't like the way it was delivered. And so I said something to him. And like, I didn't like what they said was that I busted in the men's room while he was peeing to tell him. And I was like, that's not what fucking happened. Is it? No, I don't think that's what happened. I think he was walking out while I was walking there. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, I don't like that shit. And it was literally just off like, why you so extra? That's no. I wouldn't want nobody to do that to any of my friends, guy or girl. Like, why the fuck is he tripping? Why is she tripping? It doesn't matter. That's weird. That's weird shit. But whatever. I don't know. So anyway, we all leave. They go their separate way, and then me and him go back to where he's staying, and our night doing whatever we do. And so he drops me home early that Saturday, the next day. And I was like, "Oh, what you doing?" He's like, "I'm thinking about going to eat. Probably go take myself to dinner, this, that, and that." I was like, "Okay." He's like, "Oh, we going out?" I was like, "Yeah, sure, we can. Let me know, and just hit me up, like keep me posted, whatever." He's like, "All right, cool, bet." The day goes by. I'm thinking, like I said, because he said he wanted to do something. So I'm thinking he's going to hit me up and be like, "Oh, what's up? What you doing? Are you going to get dressed or whatever?" That's what I'm thinking is going to happen. 8 o'clock come, 9:30 come, 10:30 come. And I'm like, it's 10:30. Like, shit out in the Poconos close at 2 a.m. The only other spots that are ever open after 2 are like after hour spots, and they ghetto. So I didn't understand like why I hadn't heard from him, and it's 10:30. Like if we were gonna go out, now would have been the time. So I just thought it was so weird. So once I realized he wasn't saying anything, I was like, I'm good. I'm straight. I'm straight. I don't need this. I'm straight. And so I texted him. I was like, "You know what? Keep this." Because like that was weird. He's never done that before, like ever. So I was like, that's weird. That's really weird. But if you gonna make your own plans, make your own plans. don't also try to like stack plans, you know, and then not say anything. Cause I'm out here thinking we all going out again. So I'm like, you know what, fuck it, it is what it is. But also, I'm under the impression that we're meeting up with my friend and her homegirl. Because, like I said, at that time, I'm thinking everything is sweet. In the moment, my issue is with him. I don't know what's been going on or what is going on or whatever the case may be. Oh, wait, no. Yeah. This is, yeah. So, because I had to make sure I had the storyline right. But yeah. So I didn't, like, I had no idea there was issues. So later on in the evening, because she didn't hit me up either, but like normally she'll be like, oh, I'll meet you out there, or oh, whatever, you know, I'll see you, whatever it is. Like normally she'll say something. She didn't say nothing either. So I was just like, okay, it's fine. So something told me, like something in my spirit told me to text her and see if they're with each other. So I text her, yo, so and so, are you with so and so? Yeah, I'm with so and so. Why? What's up? It was the why what's up that got me. Like, you know what the fuck is up. You know exactly what the fuck is up. But I was trying to keep it calm. I was trying to keep it calm. So I'm like, that's interesting. I was like, how y'all even link up? Because I sent her a screenshot a while back and his number was in it. Like, I didn't have it saved. It was just like his number. And she's like, oh, when you sent me the screenshot, I got his number and I texted him. Just like to let him know, like, I got home safe. I was like, okay. Yeah, I've never heard of that before. Like now, I block out fucking numbers all the time. I block out numbers. Either I'm cropping that shit or blacking it out. Cause wow. But I was like, okay, that's probably the least of my worries right now. But it is kind of suspicious. Cause like I said, if at any point y'all want to do your thing, just say something. I've even encouraged it from the start. So why the funny movement is what I was trying to understand. I don't know. No one explained anything to me. So I was like, that is so interesting. She's like, oh, I was like, so y'all concocted this to exclude me from the evening because that's what it looks like. She's like, oh no, that's not what it was. I thought you were gonna come out with him, but when you said you wasn't, we just decided to go out anyway. I was like, okay, but why you ain't say something to me? Because it wasn't like me and him were going out. All of us were going out. So if I told him I wasn't fucking with him no more, what would you have to do with that situation? This is me doing the math in my mind, but I'm really trying to hold it together because these girls are not in my age group. So I'm really trying to like keep it in one, you know, one motion. So I was like, oh, that's interesting. And I probably should have went out, but I don't think it would have been pretty. My homegirl, another homegirl hit me up and she's like, oh, you coming out tonight? I was like, nah, I can't. Not like I can't, but like the way my attitude is set up right now, it's not good for nobody. Like it's not gonna be fun for anyone in my vicinity. And I know my energy is so strong it will make the room uncomfortable. So I'm just not gonna, you know, I wanna enjoy myself, y'all wanna enjoy me, and let's not do it. She's like, all right, we'll feel better. So I stay in the house. So then I let them have their fun or whatever. And the next day I hit up my friend and I was like, we gotta talk. So when you got the time, call me. When I tell you she dodged me for weeks, I mean, like, I could not get her on the phone for at least a week and a half. Finally, we have a conversation and she's explaining to me. So, in a nutshell, they really were trying to exclude me up from the evening. They really were. It was shady that she took down his number from a screenshot because she could have easily just asked for his number in my face when we were out. And I was like, you know, if y'all want to talk to each other, talk to each other. I thought that was a little weird, but like I said, that was the least of my concerns. So, you know, she explained to me that the prior two times all four of us went out, her friend felt like I was being weird to her. I was like, wait a minute, how? Bitch, I gave you a hug. I told you it's nice to see you. I think I even got her a drink. I can't remember. But what would give you the impression that I didn't like this girl? Now, let me just put one thing out there. Me and her are not of the same caliber. And I'm going to just say it straight like that. We are not of the same caliber. She will never be in my category. She can never stand on my pedestal. It's just not, I'm not trying to talk down about her. I'm not trying to talk, like, big myself up in any way. But there's no competition here. There's never going to be competition here. Like, no, she's no one for me to feel threatened by. I'll say that. Not in one sense of the word. Like, there's no reason for me to ever feel like me and this girl could compete with each other. It's no, just not. So I didn't get where she felt like I was being weird to her, and they thought it was over homeboy. What did I say in the beginning of this story? I encourage them, if they want to do whatever they want to do. Just let me know so I can step back, because as I mentioned, me and him were still doing our thing. If he felt like he had more chemistry or connection with someone else, who the fuck am I to step in the way? Just let me know so I could, gracefully move to the side. So where would you feel like it, like I was trying, it didn't make sense to me. It really did not make sense to me. And so apparently they ended up all going out. Like, throughout the day prior to us supposedly going out that evening, they must have been like hanging out in general. And they were talking about me. And the conversation was going like, oh, it was weird that you didn't want to like sit in the car while we hotboxed because it was her car. And in my mind, it was her homegirl's car, her friend's car. And I was like, in my mind, I was like, I don't fucking smoke. I don't give a fuck about that bitch car. I'll sit on it. But y'all was smoking. Y'all was hotboxing. And like, I don't understand. You mad because I didn't want to sit in the car while y'all smoke knowing I don't smoke? That didn't make any sense to me. That's you creating some shit. And my friend was like, that makes sense. I was like, because that's what it was. She was like, yeah, but even when like I said goodbye to you, you look like you had attitude. Bitch, I was tired. I was at work all day. I was tired. She's like, oh, I know. And I was like, okay, so everything that y'all bringing up and I'm completely debunking, you're like, oh, okay, makes sense. Makes sense. So what was the real reason y'all decided to move how you wanted to move? Here's what it was. My friend's homegirl created this whole story and turned me into the fucking villain of the evening. So what they did was spend time talking shit about me so they can all get on the let's hate Tasha bandwagon. That's what the fuck happened. And I think all of it was the intention for her homegirl to fuck on nigga. That's what I think it was. Because I didn't do anything to hurt this girl or make that girl uncomfortable for her to talk about me the way, especially because she didn't know me. So to talk about me the way that she was. Oh, she's using you for money, and she acting all possessive, and she's being shady and this, that, and the third. And I'm like, me? Shady? As many female friends that I have encountered, I've never heard that before. I've never been called that. So it didn't make sense to me. And I was like, you know what? As my friend, if all three of us hung out, and I was like, oh, if y'all want to talk, y'all could talk. And like, my friend she's a good looking girl. Why would you think I would feel some type of way about that? Like, about her homegirl. Her homegirl is not it in my eyes. It's not it. So why would you feel like I would be threatened by that situation rather than like you talking to him? I didn't understand. Like, none of it made sense to me, but it made sense to them, and it worked for them because they got what they wanted at the end of the day. They wanted to just go out by themselves. Now, story does not end there. So they end up. So what I was told by my friend was that they all end up going back to homegirl's house. When they got back to homegirl's house, they all slept over. And apparently, him and homegirl had sex. And I was like, wait, what? And she even told me, she was like, yeah, when they got done, you know, she came to me and was like, oh, you can like do him next or whatever the case may be. I was like, what? Like, my jaw was on the floor. I was like, ew, that's gross. Like, what? Um, yeah, I was like, that's just, oh no. But I was annoyed because, like I said, me and him had been doing our thing. And if this is something that you were going to pursue off principle, because we were running in the same circle, like courtesy, respect for not just yourself but for everyone in the situation, you inform me. But I guess I was asking for too much when I said communication was important. Sorry. So I was like, that's fucking wild. That's crazy to me. And I was like, that, like, I was mad. I was mad fucking upset. I was like, y'all went out of y'all way to demonize me, make me look like the fucking villain and all of this shit, just so she could, like, I was mad. Like, I was tripping off the principle. When I tell you, I was like, I wanted to fight. I wanted to fucking fight. So, I said my piece to her or whatever. And my friend was like, oh, I get it. Like, I don't know. Like, now that you explaining it to me, it makes sense. Because, like, I didn't think anything of, like, how you were acting or whatever. There was a couple times where, like, I had to look at you funny. But, like, you weren't different or anything like that. I was like, okay, then. So if you saying, like, in hindsight, oh, nah, nothing. Tasha was good. What happened in the moment? What happened in the moment? And I was like, as my friend, if I'm telling you I want to talk to you about something, or if you feel like I was being weird or anything like that, we should be able to have these conversations. Like, if you thought in the club, me not remembering her name or whatever the case may be, I met the girl twice. She's not my fucking friend. I don't need to remember her name. I don't care. I don't care. You should have said something. You could have pulled me to the side. You could have said anything. You could have any way you wanted to. You could have even texted me from across the fucking room like, yo, meet me in the bathroom. I gotta holler at you. Something. You ain't said nothing. You let shit rock for weeks because we was going out for a week straight. All of us. And the whole time, I didn't know y'all felt some type of way about me. That's weird. That was weird. But me and my friend were good. We had a conversation. I was like, we need to be able to do this. We need to be able to have these conversations because I don't like stuff like that. That makes me question you as an individual. That makes me question your principles, your morals, like how you move, your loyalty. So, so me and her are fine. And I was like, you know what? Not for nothing. I'm gonna need to talk to your girl. I'm gonna need to have a conversation with her. Like, we gonna need to speak as women. She may be younger than 21, but we gonna need to speak as women because that didn't sit right with my soul. Me and him, we had a whole conversation about it too. He apologized. He said to me, he said he's sorry. He said, like, it wasn't supposed to happen. And I think something along the lines of, like, if you didn't, what did he say? Something along the lines of, like, if you didn't hit me up and was like, oh, what did he say? Like, if you didn't say you wasn't fucking with me or whatever the case may be, it wouldn't have happened. Something along those lines. And I don't think I was, like, I was accepting of the apology, but I was still mad because it was like, yo, y'all really went out of y'all way to drag my name and then just so y'all could, like, fuck with each other, or at least for her to fuck with you, like, that y'all really was trying to make me look like the fucking bad guy. And I was like, and the whole time I'm thinking I'm cool. I'm thinking I'm chilling. I'm thinking we all getting along. Like, every time we went out, I thought things was sweet. Apparently, like I said, not. So he apologized and shit like that, and I was like, it is what it is. Like, it happened. I'm done though. Like, there's no way you gonna come back over here. So yeah, and that's out the question. Cause we all could have been able to hang out again, but that shit fucking rocked the boat a little bit. And as for the homegirl, after hearing everything I had to hear from my friend, I was like, this bitch intention was to fuck on him. So what she did was create this story that I was this kind of person, that kind of person, that kind of person. And these dumbasses over here listening to it. she did all of that just in my mind. This is how I think it happened. I feel like she was like, oh, I could take this bitch nigga, like I could fuck her man, cause you know bitches do like, bitches move like that. Oh, I could fuck her man, I could take her man. He probably not gonna fuck with her after me, cause this, that, and the third. Like this is what I'm thinking her game plan was, and then that was her way of like slithering in. Let me create this rift between them two, so I can get what I want. That was some snake shit. And like I said, I did not know anything. He apologized for a lot. He's like, you know, she was doing all of the talking, but I shouldn't, like, he said they were doing all of the talking, but I shouldn't have listened. Like, I shouldn't have even been there. This, that. Like, he seemed generic about it. I mean, not generic. He seemed genuine about it, but I don't know. Niggas is niggas. And I do believe my friend had a lot more to say than what she was telling me, but what can you do? They're not gonna tell you to your face. What can you do, right? I wasn't gonna break my back over it. But I did, like I said, I wanted to talk to fucking homegirl. So yeah. Couple weeks later, cause my friend was like, "Oh, I don't think I'm gonna like." So we had all ended up hanging out again, and not with the kid, cause the kid left. Like he's no longer in the area anymore. He went back to wherever he came from. So I had hit up my friend one day, and I was like, "Oh, you know, let's go out or whatever." She's like, "Oh, I'm going out, but I'm going out with so and so." And I was like, "Okay." The homegirl. I was like, I mean, she's like, are you gonna be okay? You gotta ask me if I'm gonna be okay. One thing I always am is Gucci. I'm good. Now, like I said, I've been wanting to have a conversation with that girl for a while, but it wasn't of the same temperament because when the situation happened, I wish I had direct access to all of them because I would have gave everyone a nice size piece of my mind. But this was a couple months later, and or at least a month later, those still those feelings were no longer there. Now, the principle of the issue is still there, but the feelings and like the anger and the frustration and all that, that's not there no more. In my mind, it's like now I know how to move because now I know how to move. She's the type of girl I will never bring, not even just a guy I'm fucking with, but a guy friend. I would never bring a guy friend around her because I see how she moved. And I've never come across a sneaky bitch or a snaky bitch like that before in my life. I've never seen anything like that before. Like maybe in high school you do like fake shit like that, or like junior high school you do fake shit like that. But as someone in my 20s, I would never have expected to encounter a situation like that. I felt like I was on like the Jerry Springer show. Um, that girl, she different. She real different. But I put it behind me, and we were able to coexist because I'm great at coexisting with people that I either one don't get along with, or two can't fucking stand. Like I gotta really, 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 really hate you in order to not be around you. But I don't hate anybody with the passion like that. So I can coexist extremely well with people I don't fuck with, which kind of almost gives the impression that I do fuck with them. No, I don't think so. I'll acknowledge you, but that's it. Like, we're not gonna kiki together. If I see you, hey, how are you? And that's it. But I guess that confuses people. Being an adult and being mature, I think it confuses people. But yeah, so, you know, she's not a friend of mine. She's never been a friend of mine. It just kind of like it threw me the fuck off. Threw me off. Now, as of today, I don't know where they stand, but last I spoke with my friend, her and that girl don't even really kick it. They don't really talk like that no more, so I don't know. But yeah, that is, you know, my story time with Tasha, a backstabbing bitch, I guess. Like, I don't know what the title is, but we can call it backstabbing bitch for now, because that was, woo, Bitches are crazy. Niggas is niggas, but bitches are crazy. So I hope you enjoyed this, and look forward to some more, because not for nothing, I'm gonna try and stay on it. I'm trying to make an effort, but look out for the next one. And in the meantime, just fucking enjoy some pictures.